welcome to Benefits of Business. Cam, good to have you.
Rylan, great to have you.
All right, guys, so we are going to be talking about a little bit about what's going to help us in our experiences in life, in the sense of, like, we've been through a lot of shit. Not gonna lie. Have you, Cam?
No, never.
Never. He's a perfect child. No, but we've been through a lot of experiences. We've worked for a lot of huge companies, a lot of diverse companies, so we just want to kind of give our 2 cents on what's helped us, what's not helped us, and save you time, right?
Absolutely. We just want to make sure that before and when and during you're doing a business, what's happening in your life to benefit you. Because like we said, we understand people have gone through things, and we want to just better help you guys out and give you the suggestions to make sure you're successful.
Yes, and a little bit of background in terms of like what we've done. We worked at Neil Patel. We ran our own. We currently run our own consulting firm. I ran my own company doing like websites, SEO. I've been in the SEO and marketing game for like 7 years now. Sold like $10 million worth of sales, which was not fun, but there's a lot of money involved, so people do it, right?
Absolutely.
What about you, Cam?
Yeah, I've worked for a music store in Utah, sold tons of instruments, being an educational consultant, going inside classrooms, helping them out with determining what they're going to do for their budget. I've ran my own t-shirt company with a friend back in the day. Done sales, done consulting for colleges, helping students get into college, and then running my own youth symphony. So kind of a plethora of things to go on with what's going on with business.
And he wakes up every day and trims his beard.
I try.
Me too. All right, guys, so today's episode is starting your life before your business. Okay, what does that mean to you, Cam?
So that means having crucial things to help you out with what you're doing before you start the business. Meaning, you're not just going in there saying, hey, I'm just going to go start a business with where my life is at. I mean, it's nice to be like, hey, I want to start a business, but there's some things I feel like in preparation to get you prepared to where you want to be, you should be doing some things to get you there. And I think some of these things are things that we think about. So what would be one of the number one things you think of, right?
Well, number one is when I don't get a good night's sleep. That really screws me because I'm a night owl. And I have like some nights my brain is just going a million miles a minute, you know? So some nights I'm up, awake, maybe thinking about girls, thinking about work, you know, whatever it may be, right? And so I got to do some things. Maybe I always, no matter what, I breathe. I take 10 deep breaths if I really want to sleep, calm my mind, go to bed. It usually works. If not, then I just go back to video games, you know. I'm just But that's kind of the one thing is like having the consistency of having your routines. You know what I mean? Routines of whether it's going to bed at a good time, which is like easier said than done mostly, but also your morning routine. So just having everything, and that kind of coexists with like one of our things is like, I would say having a clean life. What I mean by that is like having a clean car, a clean house, a clean...
Why would that help you before starting a business?
Because if you don't have a dirty life, you're a dirty human in business. You dirty man, Cam.
Okay.
No, but that's what it means to me is just like having a clean life means that you're organized in your personal life, so you bring it over to business, and then you have a Google Calendar that's all nifty and organized.
Okay, and well, you were talking about routine, so do you think driving the exact same way for 30 years to your office or doing one way is a good routine, or are you saying there's other better routines to get the day started or in the middle of the day that makes you more successful?
Yeah, you might want to jump off a bridge if you live the same life for 30 years. Don't do that.
Okay, so what do you mean by routine then?
Routine is just like, you know that your consistency in small strides is going to, like this one thing I saw on LinkedIn, I think I showed it to you, it was literally 1 times 1 equals, or 1 times 365, that's what it was, in 1 year equals 365 or whatever, but it was like 1.2 times 365, it was a way bigger number. So my point is that just doing a little bit more every single day. And in terms of routine, I just mean like, hey, before you go to bed, make sure you have your, I don't know, whatever your routine is, your clothes picked out, make sure you have like, what am I going to do tomorrow morning immediately, so you're just efficient and not wasting time. Like, whatever it is, there's no magic answer. It's whatever your routine's probably different than me.
Absolutely.
Me, I wind down, I put a little bit of The Office on, because Steve Carell's a crazy animal, but, you know, he puts me to sleep, so that's what I do.
No, that totally makes sense. I heard something too. It's like when you're trying to change and make it 360 degrees, you can't do that. You got to go 1 degree at a time because that's what's going to better help you. You know, trying to make these drastic changes, thinking that you're going to change yourself or change your habits, which is what you're talking about, having better habits with where you're starting. One of the things that, you know, I think going along with that is just making sure you have financial disciplines. Again, good habits, having routine, because if you have bad financial habits in your life, going to run your own business, you're going to have bad financial habits. You're going to be like, oh, I make money, I spend money. It's like you need to save the money, or you need to be like, hey, how do I invest, or how do I invest in my company?
What's that app? It's not sponsored by anyone. Hashtag. What is that app, though, that you recommended to me that, like, tracks all of your banking?
Oh.
Do you know it?
No, not right off the top of my head. Mint.
Mint. Aha! Pulled it. Thin air.
Right, it did.
No, but so something like that where you can, because, like, most people aren't strong in their finances. Like, I'm good because I had to run a business with, like, no money starting out, and, like, so if you spend $100 that's not seen, you're like, oh, shoot, you know?
Yeah, right.
So you gotta be good, but, like, most people are not. Like, we have a few friends that are like, hey, I make $50K a year, but I have no money. Well, why? Like, you're a single human.
Right, doing nothing, and your rent's cheap, and, you know, it's like, or some people are living at their parents' house, making tons of, it's like, you need to branch out. You need to understand what financial stability is. You need to understand what it looks like. You don't need to go get these, you know, payday loans. You need to make sure that you're doing what you need to and taking by the means you have. And I think, again, that's just a strong thing to show, hey, this is something you should do before starting a business, because these are things that you could potentially fail in.
Real quick side note, and I've been guilty of this because I like materialistic things. I have a BMW, an expensive Breitling. Don't buy those things. What I mean is, like, people want to be like, oh, I have the latest iPhone, I'm successful. I have a BMW key, I'm successful. That doesn't define who you are. No. It just amplifies money amplifies who you already are.
Absolutely.
And there's, like, I read an article about a millionaire. He made, like, a few million. He was involved in a startup and, like, it went big, whatever. And then he had, like, equity. Long story short, he's 27. He made a few $1 million. And he was like, the one thing that spoke to me is that no matter how much money I made, I wasn't happy. Like, it just literally, you live within your means. So yeah, you have a nicer car, you have a nicer house, and that's cool, don't get me wrong. Like, if you're poor, I get it. Like, if you can't go buy bread, that's one thing. But I'm saying once you get to a comfortable, I don't know, whatever comfort is for you, to me it's like, anything above 70 is like, you're just buying more expensive stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So live within your means, and just, if you have a 40K a year job or whatever, you could live like you're making 60, but you're really just going to have no money, live paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
You just budget and make sure, like, I like to, you know, maybe party or whatever you like to do. Okay, we'll budget. Okay, 300, 40K is a lot for a single person.
Absolutely.
So you could budget, okay, even $400 a month for partying, and okay, my rent's $800 or whatever it is, and that usually you don't pay $800 for rent if you're a single person, but that's one advice.
But no, I completely agree. I mean, one of the next things is talking about managing and, like, maintaining relationships. In my mind, I feel like when going into a business or going into how we're running a consulting firm, having those strong relationships with people maintains ways you could be like, hey, reaching out to this person who you might need help, or somebody you might know that can give you help in this area. I feel like maintaining those strong relationships, even if some people might not have immediate things, it's maintaining those that could potentially help you for your future, depending on even where they're at a company or their owners, or, you know what I mean? It's just like you can benefit or they can benefit you in so many different ways.
And real quick, to speak to that, maintaining, guys, does not mean like, I gotta call these LinkedIn leads every freaking week. All it means is get a Google Drive, you put their name in a column, you put how you met them, maybe last contacted date, and just being organized. If you're not organized in your life when it comes to business, like I have literally a thing that's called people I need to keep in my inner circle in a drive.
Right.
And I just have these like really cool, successful people that I think are valuable to have in life. And who knows, you don't talk to them all the time, but a quick email, like some of them aren't even in Utah where we are.
Exactly.
So they're, okay, quick email once a quarter. Like, that's maintaining your relationship.
100%. And like you said, those maintaining those relationships could really benefit someone in the future. And again, if it was your old boss that you could potentially help out, or if it's somebody that you worked with, getting people new jobs, just helping people overall, because again, that's how you're going to build that trust in that relationship is maintaining those good relationships to maintain them strong. Did you have one more thing you were thinking about?
Yes, so one thing, guys, I hate working out. I think it's so silly that people... Okay, time is most valuable in life, but you gotta work out. Like, what I mean by that is you don't gotta get ripped and shredded. You gotta do it for your, like, also consistency, but just your physical health, but mental health too. There's something about working out, and I'm not... Guys, I go to the gym 3, maybe 4 if I'm lucky, but it's 3 days a week, every week. It doesn't matter the days, Monday through freaking Sunday. Just pick, okay, today I'm going Monday. I mean, if you're more consistent, that's better. But my point is that it helps me kind of not only think, but it just helps me be aware in my mental health, and it kind of is an outlet, if you will. But I just feel better in life, and like, you know, when I go like this, you know, my pec is, feeling good. No, but like, it's just something about your physical health, but then your mental health, especially, dude. Like, I don't know the statistics, we should have Googled that, but like, how many people have a desk job? If you have a desk job, you start to get, one of those, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, especially if you have a few beers, that's like, dude, I read that, and who knows, you know, all the statistics are made up probably, but 1 beer is equivalent to like 7 pieces of wheat bread.
Which is
like,
a ton.
Imagine just eating a loaf of bread every beer. I don't know about you, but I have like a minimum of 2 beers when I go out. Yeah, I'm eating 14 pieces of bread over here.
That's a lot.
Anyway, it gets to your stomach, man.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's a good valid point. Is just again, that goes back to your routine thing. It's
right.
Like you're creating a routine for yourself that's a healthy environment for you, right? You're not having these negative influences or negative things happening in your life, and you're trying to take breaks on top of what you're doing. So you're maintaining your personal self on what's going on for the next step. And to conclude for me, it's just making sure that, I mean, I'm hearing a ton from different people about when you come to work, you work hard, you kill it, you do the best of your ability, and you put your effort into it in that time. And when you're done, you're done. Like,
yeah, you stop.
You know, you stopped. They're just maintaining that relationship. When I walk out the door, I'm done. And I feel like a lot of people feel that they have to work the 15-hour days and answer every single email. It's like, tomorrow it's going to be there. It's not going to go anywhere. The email's not going to disappear out of nowhere.
As long as you're working hard, you know, 8 to 5 or whatever.
Whatever,
right.
Yeah, exactly. The time frame you dedicate and you work and bust it. Like, not just do it a little bit, but making that separation for you as a person and for me has made me more successful to be like, I got to be here, I got to put in the effort, I got to work, or it's not going to work.
Right.
And so, again, those are, you know, some strong things I feel like for starting in your life to better help you before you get this business going. And I think these are definitely key suggestions for anyone. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, anyone in life and that wants to start a business, or even just being like living a more enriched life, even if you don't want to start a business. Like benefits of what we mean by benefits of business, it could be like you work for a company and you want a promotion. You want to just live a better life, feel better. Mental health is like a huge thing. Like, especially for me, I'm a super positive person, but I've gone through some shit. And so like lately, in the past 2 years, I've been like on a roller coaster up and down, and it's like I've needed some help in the sense of how do I get back to being life's amazing, people are awesome, because a lot of people are just like, they're willing to screw you over for money, like quickly. If there's money involved, like they'd have no shame. So like I just am trying to like live a more enriched life and just be positive always. And I feel like those things help. You know what I mean?
100%. I feel like everything we talked about is been, you know, beneficial for anyone. And again, we're excited and know what we're about. You know, we're going to make sure that we're adding on people to come in, get some perspective on some things, and again, benefit you guys, again, in business, but again, through your life to be successful. So,
right. So thanks for joining us today, guys. We will have one of these every single week, at least. That's our goal.
Right, one of many.
One of many. We're going to be interviewing successful or, you know, maybe just starting out entrepreneurs, business owners, CEOs.
Absolutely. I mean, we're just excited to, again, provide you with help to make things successful because, again, our show is called
Benefits of Business. Boom!